Love them knives. Here we are in the studio talking about TwoSun knives. You're either going to go big or go home. Yes, we are. When we love TwoSun knives. Yes, we do. They're getting better and better and better. This is the TS168, designed by Szymanski. TS168 in 12C27. It's G10. And it's got nice flush inserts here of black G10 in the green G10. Guess what? You know what? It ought to be my official mascot on my channel, don't you think? Love them knives same way. We got it made. And this one is sharp out of the box. It's a cool looking knife. I like it. I saw it and I like these optic colors. And yes, it's nice and sharp right out of the box. Always a great deal with TwoSun knives. They are definitely a great value for the dollar. I think I've seen these. I think I heard from somebody who got one of these for $38. Okay? So you got a titanium pocket clip. Let me grab this. Yeah. Titanium pocket clip. G10 backspacer. Of course, these are normal steel liners. It's a liner lock. There's your lockup. 25%, but it looks straight up. It looks solid. Ceramic bearings. You got dual thumb studs that are kind of crazy out there, so you can flick it, thumb, finger, or use the flipper tab, which is jimped. How about that? Nice. Like I said, Sandvik steel, 12C27. There's Szymanski's moniker. I'll give you the information. I'll give you the link to his Instagram page, which is as sharp as I can see, at as.sharp.as.I whatever. So there you go, Wisconsin boy, huh? And so he's got all kinds of postings on there. So go check him out. And I'll give you, of course, the links to the eBay sellers that I use, which is TwoSun Knives or DWin99. So those are the two sellers I buy from. I don't buy mine on Amazon. I don't buy mine on AliExpress. Not to say that you shouldn't or couldn't, but I get mine directly from them because I know that's the owner. He's got two seller sites. That's the owner of TwoSun Knives. So I know I'm getting a regular, real, authentic TwoSun knife because there are some out there that are copies, okay? I'm not sure that the copies are using the TwoSun logo. They may not, but it may look exactly like the TwoSun knife. And so you got to be careful. That's what the owner told me. So there you go. I get mine right there on eBay. That's the way they're selling them. I know there's an AliExpress site. I'll give you the link to that. I think that's a TwoSun knife store. So I think that's okay. All right. Other than that, here's where I do it. And, you know, you get a bid on it. Sometimes you catch everybody asleep and you get a heck of a deal. And these are a heck of a deal, really, for G10, Sandvik steel and all that. If you can cop one of these for under 45 bucks, I don't think you got hurt. Seriously. And you got a choil up here, and it's sharp. Piercing, slicing, yeah. How big is it? 3.65 inches, probably about 93 millimeters, somewhere in there. 8¼ inches overall, so same length as a paramilitary 2, if that helps you with that reference, and 21 centimeters overall. Yeah, 0.67 of an inch, isn't that big? 17.2 millimeters. Let me catch it back in here, see if it's even bigger. No. Okay, so same, but that's big. That's fat, almost 7/10 of an inch fat. It definitely fills your hand. There's some of those G10 TwoSun knives are not necessarily terribly slender. They are a handful. I don't mind that, but then again, they're not terribly slender in the pocket in that regard. Now, let's see if we can get the little wonder here to give us a blade. 0.148, 3.5 maybe millimeters, 3.77, almost 4 millimeter blade stock. So not a tiny thing, just a kind of standardized EDC. Fit and finish is good on the TwoSun knives I've received. Been really good. Front choil, like I said, so you can actually go forward a bit if you need to. The ergos on this are excellent. Really like the ergos. My hand fits on there really well. Got this little front choil area, but I mean, they're not doing the pistol grip thing, so you don't have fingers stuck on ridges here. I mean, it's a nice even area, and the pass-through is easy to get to. Easy to get to. I mean, that's nice. Let's throw it on the scale, if we can get our scales around here, wherever we threw them away at. And we've got ounces, 5 ounces, so not too bad. And that equals 143, almost 144 grams. So kind of middle of the road. Yeah, it could be a little lighter, maybe 4.5 would be nice, but it is what it is. And we're going to take it apart. We're going to disassemble it. I mean, it's just like cheap as chips, and then what do? They go in and they skeletonize the liners like the big boys do on the $50, $60 G10 knives. And, you know, this being 12C27, nothing wrong with that. Some people are getting D2 fatigue, and the 124 was tested by Outpost 76 for cut test. It did 200 foot working edge. That's better than a lot of the super steels that he's been testing recently. So, you know, I could send this in, at least get an HRC on this, but, you know, we've tested this. It is real Sandvik 12C27. All their steels have tested correct. D2, M390, and the S90V, they've all tested correct. So, yes, they're using the real deal. You know, look at the screws on here. I mean, these are not just, you know, run-of-the-mill old cap head crap, you know. They're machine screws. It's just amazing. You know, look at this. Not machine screws, right? Just the regulars. Next. Just the regulars. Correct? These. Nice. You got to hand it to them. You really do. Backspacer. G10, like I said, titanium pocket clip. Who throws that on a knife that ends up selling? I mean, some of these did sell for the $60+ range at first when they came out. But lately they've been rolling through, going for in the 30s and 40s. So, I mean, just to me, that's just crazy good for the money. And, you know, thumb flick, like I said, finger flick, dual thumb studs. Right hand tip up only, no left hand option on there. Good looking knife. So if we're going to compare it with something, how about the TS168, the Wong design? And the Wong one is bigger, because this sucker is more like a 3 3/4 inch blade. Okay, so overall it's a longer knife, which is really, I mean, this is really cool too. I mean, they just keep coming at you. The Vortex, Tepe Designs Vortex is a front flipper, M390. Now this is smaller. This is going to be smaller. Yes, it is. 3-inch blade, just a tad over 7 inches overall. And numbered and everything. These are just, whew. And of course, Sean, who is the designer, he lives in California, so U.S. designer. Get the picture? I mean, this is not, you know, they're not a Bush League. They're not the JV anymore. These are real knives that have been tested, verified, cut tested. Just saying. And they're still, I think, undervalued. Crazy. Boxes, I think a lot of people are going, I don't care if they change the packaging. Packaging don't make the knife. It doesn't, but, you know, I don't know. Maybe. It is upgraded from where it was 2 years ago when all you got was this box with the TwoSun logo across it there. Now at least you have an outer sleeve. You see what I do with mine? You know, I got to identify what I got in there. But detent, pretty good. Let me see if I can fail it. Yes, I can. Okay. Okay. Yes, I can. But I think the detent's appropriate. You know, it's just kind of a nice, easy, lazy flip. Kicks right open. Yeah. Good action on it. Centered. No blade player lock rock. And a great color. Can't beat the color, can you, LTK? Actually, I kind of like the liners not being embedded that they show through here. It feels more structural, gives it a feeling to me of more strength. So I like it. I do prefer this. I know it adds a little bit of weight because these liners are, you know, pretty substantial. Detent is close to a 5 on my scale, but probably closer to maybe a 4.7. Because, you know, I can do this. Okay. So if I can do that, it's under, I call it under a 5. If I can't fail it and I can't gravity flip it, then it's definitely over a 5, maybe a 5.5 to a 6. So yeah, this is upper 4s though. Maybe you could argue a 5, but I believe it's appropriate. I don't know if I'd want it much stronger, especially when you got thumb studs, so you want the ability to kick it open easily. I don't know how much tougher you want that to be, because I don't. And those thumb studs, they're like meat grinders, aren't they? Hello to that. So yeah, be careful with the outers, but you can kick it from the edge when you kick it open, so you're not really coming in contact with that. But that's some stuff right there. All right, let's take it apart, see what it looks like. Well, let's see what we got here. If we got number 8s. Oh, we got number 8s all the way around. Well, how crazy is that insanity? So some of these knives from other manufacturers, they're still with the old 6s and the cap heads. Here we got machined and number 8s all the way through. So you only have to have one size Torx, and nicer to have the bigger size. They don't, you know, mess up as bad. You get more contact. They're bigger, they're less likely to strip out. So yes, like it a lot. Let's just kick it apart. And so far it's coming apart like a well-made machine, right? No screws, turning around on the other side, all kinds of painful problems. Nothing there, nothing. And I like nothing when it comes to this. Oh, here we go. Well, that one's coming out. And there's that one. So those screws are out. This one's longer, obviously, because it goes through the pocket clip. These are shorter. And let's take off this. No access on this side. But will it kick loose without spinning? Yes, no problem. And it's not Loctited to death or any of that. So there you go. How about that? Will it come apart? Well, let's find out. And there she goes. And there's the scales. Of course, they come drenched in oil. And since I haven't taken it apart since I first got it, there you go. And do I want to rip this out of here? I can if I want. I mean, it'll come out. Don't know that I need it to, but there it is. Okay. There's the inner liner. And yes, will it come away? Yes, it will. Real easy like this. Come on. Come off of that pivot. There you go. Thank you very much. And yes, that's wet too. Looks good. Ceramic detent ball. And you can see that they have weight relieved and weight relieved here. Looks like it's been stone washed as well. Wow, I'm impressed. Okay, so you got the detent hole and track, and you got ceramic bearings on here. Bingo bango, looks pretty good. Nice and clean. Okay, so then you got this side with the backspacer. I'll probably just leave it that way, and you can see how this has all been, well, here. All been skeletonized here, and of course then you've got the bearings coming off of here, steel liners, and of course, yes, they did. They squared off the pivot so it won't spin. Great, came right apart, real easy, no problem, no things turning other things. Wow, that was nice, that was easy. Okay, so if we want to put it back together, how do we do that? Real easy, just like that. Drop it. Put a little KPL, now that we've kind of wiped everything down. And can we throw the blade back on there? Yep, hell yeah. And there we are. And put a little bit of lube. And put the bearings in. And the bearings look nice. They're nice ceramic bearings. I mean, really, nice size. Just right. Look good. Got to remind myself, otherwise. Okay. There we go. Don't know why they did the extra little hole here. Strange. Maybe they had thoughts. Okay. Now we'll turn you just like that. Great. Not difficult. Click. Let's put my body screws back in here. Number 8's all of them. Nice. Nice. Great. Tightens right down. Good deal. Starting to get there as far as centering the blade, but we got pocket clip to put on. This is just easy breezy. Love these machine screws, number 8's all the way through. I feel like I stole this knife. You know, I mean, for no more than they cost, and as nicely as they're put together, really. It's embarrassing, it really is. Okay, yeah, that just kicks right up. And is that centered? Yeah, like a dog. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And no blade play, lock rock, hell no. Behaves really nicely. Mr. Matt, Mr. Szymanski. There's your knife, bud. Really cool. You know, the inner sanctum of a TwoSun box, you all are aware of this, right? I know it gets fancy. Yeah, you can't get past all those zipper pouches and never mind. Yay. I understand the guys that say, Screw the zipper pouches and stuff. Just give me a good value and a good knife. And I'll tell you what, bingo, magic, it's there. Yes, it's good. Vortex. Oh yeah, of course. There's my other two. Got these in just recently, so they've been hanging around with me. And man, good looking knives, all of them, right? They got a great bunch of designers on these TwoSun knives. I mean, I'll tell you what, I'm trying to figure out what the owner of TwoSun knives is doing wrong, and I can't figure it out because I think he's doing everything right. He's just got the instincts. Well-made knives, well done, right materials, good fit and finish, good workmanship, easy to take apart and put back together. Cheap as chips for what you're getting. It's a magic formula. It's a formula that works, and they are taking no prisoners, baby. So thank you so much. Take care. TwoSun crazy for a reason. It's just too good. And you guys, stay sharp.